Park rangers rarely talk openly about Bigfoot, but among themselves there is a quiet understanding that something unexplained is living deep within protected wilderness. These are not internet storytellers or casual hikers chasing legends. Rangers are trained observers, people who spend years in remote forests, mountains, and national parks, often alone, often at night, often far from help. When they say something is not right out there, it deserves attention. Across North America, park rangers have reported encounters that do not fit any known animal behavior. Massive footprints appearing overnight in restricted areas, stretching for miles without deviation. Tree structures twisted and woven together far above human reach, discovered deep in wilderness zones closed to the public. Heavy footsteps pacing campsites after midnight, circling silently, never approaching the firelight. These are not isolated events. They happen again and again, across different states, climates, and terrains. Rangers know the animals in their parks. They know the difference between a bear track and something walking upright. They know when a sound belongs to an elk, a cougar, or a wolf. Many have described hearing deep, chest-rattling vocalizations echoing through valleys, calls that do not match any known species. Some have recorded them, only to be quietly told not to submit the audio officially. The recordings exist, but they rarely make it into public archives. There is also the issue of missing persons. National parks have an unsettling number of disappearances that defy logic. Experienced hikers vanish without a trace. Children are found miles away uphill with no memory of how they got there. Rangers are often the first to arrive on these scenes, and many privately admit that some cases make no sense. Footprints that stop abruptly, search dogs refusing to continue. Areas that suddenly go silent, as if the forest itself is holding its breath. Several retired park rangers have come forward over the years, once free from contracts and non-disclosure agreements. They speak of briefings given to new staff, unofficial warnings to avoid certain regions, and internal jokes that are only funny if everyone already knows the truth. Some describe being told to never pursue large, unidentified bipedal creatures, no matter how clear the sighting. Observe, document privately, and leave the area, is a phrase that has surfaced more than once. Why would this knowledge be kept quiet? One reason is simple: panic. National parks rely on tourism. Families, campers, and solo travelers would think twice if they believed something large and intelligent was watching from the tree line. Another reason is control. Admitting Bigfoot exists would raise questions that no agency wants to answer. What is it? How long has it been here? Why hasn't it been classified? And most importantly, what do we do about it? Many rangers believe Bigfoot is not just an animal, but something far more intelligent and elusive. Sightings often describe deliberate avoidance of humans, as if the creature understands surveillance, patrol routes, and human behavior. Some rangers claim that Bigfoot seems to herd people away from certain areas using rock throwing, tree knocking, or intimidating vocalizations. Others believe these creatures protect territory or family groups and only become aggressive when boundaries are crossed. There are even accounts of rangers seeing Bigfoot face to face, only briefly, often at dawn or dusk. A towering silhouette stepping behind trees with impossible speed. Eyes reflecting intelligence, not animal panic. One ranger described locking eyes with a figure across a river, feeling an overwhelming sense of being evaluated rather than threatened. Moments later, it was gone. Without a sound. Technology has not solved the mystery. Motion cameras frequently malfunction in specific areas. Batteries drain unexpectedly. Thermal imaging picks up heat signatures that vanish mid-recording. Rangers who handle these systems notice patterns but are discouraged from pursuing them. Official explanations cite equipment failure or environmental interference, but the consistency of the failures tells another story. Indigenous tribes have spoken about these beings for centuries, long before modern parks existed. Many rangers working near tribal lands hear the same warnings repeated: do not follow them, do not mock them, and do not invite their attention. Some tribes consider them guardians of the forest, others see them as dangerous but necessary. Rangers who listen carefully realize these stories align disturbingly well with modern encounters. The truth is, park rangers are not allowed to say Bigfoot is real, but their actions suggest they know it is. Restricted zones are expanded without explanation. Trails are quietly closed. Certain reports are never filed. When hikers claim to have seen something impossible, rangers often respond not with disbelief, but with calm redirection and subtle urgency. Bigfoot may not want to be found. Or perhaps it understands that staying hidden is the only way to survive in a world that captures, cages, and studies everything it discovers. Park rangers stand at the uneasy boundary between civilization and wilderness, and they see what most people never will. So when you hike through a national park and feel watched, when the forest suddenly goes quiet, when something large moves just beyond sight, remember this: the people who know those woods best aren't laughing at the legend. They're respecting it. And sometimes, they're quietly making sure you leave before you get too close to the truth.